Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to those of you in the room. It's kind of dark out there tonight, but it feels good. It feels mysterious, which is a wonderful thing. Welcome to those of you who are joining me online. My name is Reverend Richard Burdick, and I'm here at Unity North Atlanta for our weekly Wednesday night experience. And it is an experience. It's always something a little bit different, but always with the same purpose, to find a place of peace, a place of calm, a place of connection and unity with each other, with the entire world, and with the presence and power of God by our own understanding. And so I welcome you into this space. It's going to be the next 30 to 35 minutes of meditation. And we're going to take into our time tonight the idea of the mystery. So the darkness is absolutely perfect. The place of not knowing. You know, the human ego always has to understand, has to have the information and the knowledge. And our spirits are totally okay with not knowing. Sort of the trapeze, we've let go of one bar and we haven't gotten the other one yet, and we're hanging there in space. That's where magic happens. That's where the mind can be shut off and the heart can lead. It's the place where all mystics live and breathe and love to spend their time, because it's there that the juice of life happens. It's there that we discover our capacity to expand, to become, and it's there where we realize the vast universe that is God. You know, science has shown us that we live in a 99% or a 4% universe. 96% is dark matter. They don't know what it is. They can't explain it. Oh, and that can baffle the human mind. But tonight, I'm going to invite you to suspend your human mind and to allow yourself to be okay with not knowing. You may have come in with a challenge or a question. Just let it go and be okay with not knowing. It's a place of Sabbath. It's a place of deep rest, if we can allow ourselves to go there, and I invite you to go there with me. I want to use as the foundation for our time tonight this beautiful poem, and so I invite you to begin your journey by maybe closing your outer eyes and opening the sanctuary of your heart. We begin with this poem entitled The Mystery. It is written by a poet by the name of Paul Laurence Dunbar, who lived from 1872 to 1906. He was one of the first African-American poets to ever be recognized. And this speaks a little bit about the mystery and the unknown, and it speaks a little bit about maybe the struggle that our mind has with the unknown. Take them as your words, breathe them in, and allow yourself to go on a journey with me as you suspend that mind. He writes, "I was not. Now I am. A few days hence I shall not be. I fain would look before and after, but can neither do. Some power or lack of power says no to all I would. I stand upon a wide and sunless plain, no chart nor steel to guide my steps aright. Whenever, ere overcoming fear, I dare to move, I grope without direction and by chance. Some feign to hear a voice and to feel a hand that draws them ever upward through the gloom. But I hear no voice, I touch no hand. Though oft through silence infinite I list, and strain my hearing to supernal sounds. Though oft through fateful darkness do I reach and stretch my hand to find that other hand, I question of the eternal bending skies that seem to neighbor with the novice earth. But they roll on and daily shut their eyes. They shut their eyes upon me, as I one day shall do on them, and tell me not the secret that I ask." We may have come into this time looking for a secret, looking for an answer or a magic pill or a song or a prayer or an idea. Stop now with me any seeking, any searching, and allow yourself to just be in the energy of being. Breathe with me in the mystery. Breathe mystery in. Breathe a peace out. And as you continue to allow yourself to be comfortable physically, allow your breath to begin to slow, breathing deeply. Exhaling is almost as if you were sighing everything that doesn't belong here out. Let it go. Nothing to think. Nothing to do. Just a time to be. Breathe, being, for that is where the mystics live. That is where those who know the infinite oneness with God live and dwell. Not just in the breath, but in the spaces between the breath. And as that breath begins to slow, let there be more space between the inhale and the exhale. Let there be more space between the exhale and the inhale. So often we avoid the spaces of life and the spaces of breath, never catching our breath. Let's be safe together tonight with each other. Let's be peaceful together in that space between, for it is in between where we don't need to know or to control. It's a place where we grow, we become the mystic, and we live in the mystery. As I sing this song, I invite you to just take the words as your own and to be ever mindful of the space between the breath. In between is the place where I grow. In between is the place where I learn. In between is the place where I know I am safe, all is well, I am home. In between is the place where I grow. In between is the place where I learn. In between is the place where I know I am safe, all is well, I am home. Let's be home together tonight. Let's be safe in the mystery. Let's be safe in the releasing of that which doesn't belong in being. Let's be safe in not knowing. As I sing one more time and we enter our first period of silence. In between is the place where I grow. In between is the place where I learn. In between is the place where I know I am safe, all is well, I am home. Let's be for a few moments in the silence in between and home. In this moment, right now, there's no need to have any answers. Let us rest and relax in a place of peace place of complete unattachment, knowing that God is right there, right here. And we don't need to define God tonight. We don't need to put any boundaries or limitations on what God is. And we don't need to put any restrictions on ourselves or define ourselves tonight or our lives or our experiences. Let's suspend who we have thought God to be or what we have thought God to be, and for tonight not know. Let's suspend who we have been or who we think we are becoming, and let's just be free, completely free of any thought about God or ourselves. Let's lay down everything that doesn't belong. When the mind is a vessel sailing through a storm, find the soothing sand waiting on the shore. Lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. I invite you to sing silently or out loud to yourself. Lay it down, lay it down. Lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. Believe in the quiet, let it bring you home. Let your spirit ease, let your heart belong. Lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. Moving further into the depths of the darkness, the depths of your soul, that which is beyond definition, that which is beyond circumstance, that which lives as the mystery, the 96% universe. We don't know what it is, but we know that it is holy and sacred. Lay down anything but that. Let every voice but God's be still now. Lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. In complete release, lay it all down in the silence. In the beginning was the void, the darkness. In the beginning was the divine essence of God, pure potential, possibility, emptiness, being. There is no rush to fill the emptiness, for creation cannot be rushed. Being cannot be rushed. Keep breathing and know that that's your only task, to be and to breathe. to be empty, to be one. And in the emptiness we are filled, not through effort, not through human endeavor, but only through a willingness to be empty. And it is in our desire to be one that we experience all of creation. Keep finding that space between the breath. It is there that you are filled. I am just being. I am with me. I am just being. I am. I'm open. I'm empty. I'm all. I'm one. I am just being. I am. I am just being. I am. I am just being. I am. I'm open. I'm open. I'm empty. I'm empty. I'm all. I'm one. I am just being. I am. I am just being. I am open. I'm open. Empty. I'm empty. I'm all. I'm one. I'm one. I am just being. I am. Continue to be open, to be empty, to be all, to be one. The space that we are feeling right now, it is available to us at all times, in all situations. It is not contained in a sanctuary or on a stream. It's not contained in a sound or a song or an idea. It is eternal. It is everywhere. It is omnipresent. It matters not the circumstances, the conditions, the quiet even. For silence is not the absence of sound, and peace is not the absence of chaos. It is a moment of Sabbath that is within our reach in every breath. It is that moment of pause and knowing and reflection contained within the breath and the pause between the breath. It is right where you are. See yourself with me right now as a living vessel of spirit, a living vessel of truth, with the powerful ability and wisdom to drop anything and everything at any moment but your divine essence, to let every voice but God's be still in you, to transform your world, your inner world, and thus transform the outer world and the outer experience. What if I don't know was a comfortable phrase on your lips throughout life? I believe healing happens there. I believe peace happens there. What if you lived your life as the mystic that you are, not just in moments of meditation or reflection, not just moments set aside to remember, but that your life was the living demonstration of mystical, mysterious, united energy? May my life be the prayer. May my life be the meditation. Just live in the energy of what that would be. A new heart, a new life, a new heart, a new experience. Create in me a new heart. Create in me new life. May my life be a prayer. May my life be a prayer. Create in me a new heart. Create in me new life. Sing that with me. Create in me a new heart. Create in me new life. May my life be a prayer. May my life be a prayer. Create in me a new heart. Create in me new life. May my life be a prayer. May my life be a prayer. Create in me a new heart. Create in me new life. Allow a new you to be present now. A new life, a new body, a new expression, a new experience, by simply not knowing and living in the mystery of the silence. Immersed and submerged in this state and place, I offer you a second poem for the evening. The words of Paramahansa Yogananda. That His words be your words, be our words. From the depth of slumber, as I ascend the spiral stairway of wakefulness, I whisper, God, God, God. Thou art the food, and when I break my fast of nightly separation from Thee, I taste Thee and mentally say, God, God, God. No matter where I go, the spotlight of my mind ever keeps turning on Thee. And in the battle dim of activity, my silent war cry is ever, God, God, God. When boisterous storms of trials shriek and worries howl at me, I drown their noises, loudly chanting, God, God, God. Every night in time of deepest sleep, my peace dreams and calls. Joy, joy, joy. And my joy comes from singing evermore, God, God, God. And when my mind weaves dreams with threads of memories, then on that magic cloth I do emboss God, God, God. In waking, eating, working, dreaming, sleeping, serving, meditating, chanting, divinely loving, my soul constantly hums, unheard by any, God. 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 God is never more than a breath away, a heartbeat, the beat of an eyelash. And so as we begin to wind up our meditation for the evening, let's not only know that, but know ourselves. And in knowing ourselves, we shall know God. And in knowing God, we shall know ourselves. Oh, not our human selves, not the machinations of an ego and of a human life, but the divine essence of our very souls, and allow it to guide, allowing it to be the rudder. As we lay it down, that human part of ourselves to breathe, and we set aside all except the remembrances of our oneness with God, our own divinity. Just as the Master Teacher did when he said, "Not my will, but thine." Let God's voice be the only voice within. Let God's life be the only thing that is reflected in this world. Let God's perfection be our every thought. Let the mystery and the not knowing be handed into the hands of God. And in doing so, realize our full divinity. Sing with me as you feel led. I am divine. God lives in me, as me, and I can view life differently. We all are one, and we are free right now. God lives in you. God lives in me. I am divine. I am divine. God lives in me as me, and I can view life differently. We all are one, and we are free right now. God lives in you. God lives in me. And so we bring this truth back into this room, back into the space where those online are dwelling, back to an awareness of our body temple, back to an awareness of our earthly journey. And we take every idea shared here and infuse it into the moments of not knowing, totally connected to God, knowing that in the next breath, the knowing will be there. And so we say, thank you, God, for this time, for these people, for these ideas. May they be integrated into our life in such a way that we are never the same again as a result of what we have done here in this brief 30 minutes. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Oh, take a breath with me again, everybody, those of you online in the room. And it looks like we grew a little bit in the darkness. I see more of you here. Maybe my eyes just adjusted. But I'm grateful that all of you have come here tonight for the meditation. We're going to have a dialogue in the room here afterwards about some of the ideas and concepts. And those of you online, if you happen to be in the neighborhood ever on a Wednesday night, dialogues are happening. We don't broadcast the dialogues because they get very personal. And we find that there's a bit of a reluctance when we know that we're being broadcast on a microphone to the world. So I invite you to pop in for the meditation every Wednesday night at 7. And then a discussion at 7:30. I want to extend a personal invitation to you to join me next weekend. Unity North is sponsoring a movie that is making its way to mainstream, and it's called Living with Ghosts. If you have ever had any curiosity about the hereafter, life after death, and connecting with those people that maybe you have said goodbye to, and you are grieving, this movie, I invite you to go onto the Unity North Facebook or onto our website and to check out that movie. We have paid for the opportunity for you to get it for free. To give it a listen and give it a look, maybe take some notes, and then come next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. The director of that movie will be joining us via stream. One of the producers will be on site with us, and we're going to talk about those very concepts, living with ghosts, connecting and uniting with ethereal spiritual realms, which is what we've done here tonight. But maybe we'll make it more personal with somebody that you are grieving. If tonight had value to you, online or in the room, those of you in the room, there's a basket in the back of the room. If you're not going to stay for the dialogue, please, I encourage you to put something in there to say thank you for this time. Those of you online, you can text to give. You know, there is overhead. Many in the room, notice we don't have screens up here right now. They're being repaired at a very high price tag, our projectors. And your donations allow us to do those things. The technology that reaches you at home or across the country in another state, your donations, text to give or mailing a check to the church, it allows us to reach you and to be connected as family and as community together. So I invite you to give freely and generously as well, knowing that you can't outgive God, that as you are giving, you will receive. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll sing one more time, the I Am Divine, and those of you in the room, if you want to stay for the dialogue, the lights are going to come up. I invite you to come a little closer, and we'll talk about what we've just done together. Thanks for joining us tonight online. I am divine. God lives in me as me, and I can view life differently. We all are one, and we are free right now. God lives in you. God lives in me. Good night, everyone.